We have here today the Nagra DJ. The Nagra DJ is based on the Nagra IV, which is a series. The Nagra series is a studio quality tape recorder, reel to reel, and I'm going to show you the inside and out. I won't go into the history of Nagra, but the Nagra Corporation is still in business, and this tape deck is an important player in the reel-to-reel industry, and is even still used today for recording movie audio tracks and then synchronizing that with the film. And there's a lot of industry uses, instrumentation usage for recording data and recording audio in the field. One thing in particular, as you notice, this tape deck has a sling, shoulder sling. This is designed to be able to maintain its proper speed, tape speed, without any variation, even when you're shaking or carrying or transporting this recorder during the recording session. So it's designed, servo controlled, very sophisticated speed control, and so we're just going to take a look at the Nagra, the basic setup here. The reels are held on with these little nuts, and the Swiss did a beautiful job in creating this equipment. I use this for playing around here in the shack, and for using it as a reference recording for all of my other reel-to-reel collection. So it's a 3-speed unit, 1.5 inch per second, 7.5 inch per second, and 15 inch per second. And like I said, those are servo controlled, speed controlled, so they're super accurate and very robust. Let's take a look at the insides, and then we're going to listen to, this is the power cord that I have made out of a 12-volt external power supply. It runs on batteries or AC. Takes batteries. Just take a look at that compartment. You can see everything is just metal, very little plastic. There is a plastic tray, and this holds 12 batteries, I believe. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 12 batteries, D-size cells. The gold contacts on the battery connectors here just continue to illustrate the high quality of the construction. Let's take a look inside here. It opens up and hinges. Well, we'll take a look at the sides first and the front. See, you've got the VU meter here, and this particular unit was modified and doesn't have microphone inputs. I'll show you how I've got this set up. There are no microphone inputs. It takes line in only, even though there are input jacks here on the side of the tape recorder. It does accept line input or an accessory and mixer input. So the line input, I use these plated barrel plugs and hook up to a line source, and I've got a microphone set up. I'll show you in just a moment. Headphone jack here, and volume controls for the mic levels. However, these controls only work when you've got microphone modules put into this unit. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. We're going to go ahead and get in here. Okay, there we go. And we'll just open it up. It's hinged, and you can see immediately the high quality build. And super strong hinges here. There's the motor. Oops, get on the camera here. Let me shift the camera. There we go. You can see the drive capstan motor here, and then all the electronics that are related to that capstan in terms of its speed are up underneath here. There's an encoder and all kinds of things that maintain the speed at the proper proper speed. These empty slots here, let me come in and then I'll zoom in. These empty slots right here are for microphone inputs, and there's circuit boards very similar to these circuit boards that will plug right in there. But this particular unit doesn't use microphone inputs. It was only designed to be used with line input. And so it was a unique tape recorder designed from the factory for a very specific purpose. When you look at the circuit boards here and all the transistors, first grade, top grade electronics and components. Alrighty, so let's close this back up. There we go. And we'll put some tape in it and let you hear how it sounds. That little speaker doesn't do it justice, but it is designed to have an external amp connected to it. I found this, took me a while to figure out why I couldn't get any microphone inputs on the side here. Couldn't get it to do anything with microphone, and then discovered that those modules were not installed from the factory. I contacted Nagra, and their engineers called or emailed me back, and we had a good exchange. So I found, and they explained what was going on. I found this module that allows you to connect a microphone into the accessory port of the Nagra, and it's made by Nagra, and it's a matching transformer with a 50 ohm microphone here, and matches the impedance of the preamp. So and that just plugs in to the side of the unit right here, as you can see. Mixer, no, accessory, yeah, right under the accessory. So you can use a microphone and do audio recordings that way. Most of what I would do would be using line input. So let's load a tape here and get a feel for the mechanism and how it operates. Okay, we've got the tape deck, the tape set, the reels mounted. We open the bail and thread the tape all the way across, just straight across. It's very simple to load. Okay, I've got the volume all the way up, and you can't hear any noise, any tape noise. Pretty incredible. Pretty sure I have something on this tape. Yeah, there we go. All right, I don't want to flag YouTube, but the tape quality, recording quality is so just incredible, even though I don't know. This is monaural. It's not stereo. It was designed to just do 2 tracks when you flip the tape, mono. We'd love to have a stereo version of the Nagra, but I'm sure they're very expensive and difficult to track down. So let's rewind the tape and put on something that won't flag, hopefully, YouTube. It'll be speech, but I wanted to show you a tape that I ordered recently off of eBay, and they're a series of 7 tapes that someone some time ago recorded or transferred these lectures onto 3-inch reel tape. So there's 7 tapes here, and we're just going to take one of them. Now, these are not commercial tapes. These were just regular old 1950s reel-to-reel 150-foot tape, and they recorded Earl Nightingale's lectures called Our Changing World with Earl Nightingale, and this is program number 4, Your Private Gold Mine. So I have no idea what's on here. So I have listened to one of these on another tape recorder and discovered that it was recorded in 7.5 inch per second. So we're going to load this and put it on 7.5 inch per second, and we'll just see, getting ahead of myself here, and we'll just see how how these sound on the Nagra. Okay. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. Put it on rewind. All right, let's try that again. This tape is just a little too full. Okay, we got that off. The rewind turned off. Let's get this set up in here. There we go.
The Vocyca program presents the 4th in a series of talks by Earl Nightingale entitled Your Private Gold Mine. And now, Mr. Nightingale.
Thank you. From time to time you hear somebody say, you know, those people who got in on the ground floor of the opening of the West with its gold and silver really were fortunate, all that gold laying around waiting to be baled and carried to market. Or you'll hear them say, and what about the early discoverers of our vast oil fields, all those derricks pumping millions of dollars worth of black gold, and the folks who discovered it just sitting back and trying to keep their fortunes figured to the nearest million? When I was...
Very good quality recording. I'm very pleased with the quality of those recordings, it appears that someone recorded these on a really high-end recorder, because there's no tape hiss that I can hear on the playback, and I don't know how old these are. Obviously someone typed with a typewriter the labels for these things, so that dates them as well. So, and of course Earl Nightingale was popular in the 50s and 60s with a lot of motivational and self-help information.
Impression of the 30s, we used to sit around and dream of things like that. Maybe you've done the same thing. Well, today I want to tell you about a place that's virtually unexplored, where you can find all the wealth you'll ever need. Maybe you never thought much about it, but each of us has this private gold mine all staked out with a clear title just waiting to be developed.
Okay, just in case the Nightingale stuff is still copyrighted, I'm not going to play any more on this recording on the Nagra, but I did want you to hear the superior quality of the audio and wanted you to see the Nagra in action. So very nice tape deck. I'm guessing that this thing weighs about 13 to 15 pounds, so it's pretty hefty. It's certainly, even though it might be considered portable, it is certainly not something you'd want to lug around unless you had a really important recording session to do on reel-to-reel. So there you have it, the Nagra IV, or in this case, the Nagra DJ.